enjoy it.
What a game and what a season. The year 2000 offered a brave new era for the National Rugby League. It was refined to accommodate 14 teams that included two new forces, the West Tigers and Northern Eagles.
Scored! What about Andrew King? Put him in the second. Put him somewhere. He's too good for this game.
Over 30 unrelenting weeks, the Premiership proved to be one of the best ever, bonded by the usual blend of thunderous body contact and breathtaking brilliance.
He's away, Brad Fittler. He's got Cross on the inside. A clever kick over the top. Cross is coming for it. He's got it. That's a miracle rugby league try. Juggles it.
Yet perhaps more than ever before, it was a competition with a human face. A couple of long-standing scoring records fell by the wayside, but the greatest acclaim was reserved for the glittering list of champions who took their final bow. Just as we lamented their departures, an eager group of understudies bowled along to audition for future stardom.
Johnny, go this kid.
At the end of it all, however, remained one clear goal, the quest for glory in a very significant sporting year that began in the unseasonal month of early February with a double header at the sauna-like Stadium Australia.
Away to Dykes, shows it one way, goes to the outside, gave it off to Richardson, who was rodeoed to the ground. On the last tackle now, long pass from dummy half to Healy. He'll go to the air, the Sharks, and they had to score these tries. Best flying for it and got there. A little bit of bench playing for the Dragons. 99, Mundine for himself. Picked it up beautifully with the one hand. Tries to beat Howland. That beautiful pass back on the inside. What a try scored by Jason Hooper. And what a piece of play from the Lion, the man. 9 metres out. Still a couple of tackles in hand for the Sharks. Here is the captain, almost pushed away from Brown. Got a short ball away and hanging on to it. A good job too was Adam Dykes. I don't know how he hung on to it. Treaster from Healy. Short ball. Back on the inside for Rogers. Oh, what hands from McKenna.
Early tackles. Joe Buggener decides to wind up. Gets rid of one. Stands in the tackle. Pushes it back. Logan Swan will score. Petherbridge tries it on the last tackle for himself. Brilliant! Odin Ryan! He's got the court inside and out. Tuamavami, what a try!
Movie will go in and control the run. Taylor, nice ball for Butner. Butner on the right boot. Nigel Roy gets there, does he? Someone got there. Now the short side with Butner, who kicks early in the tackle count. Nigel Roy has pace. He's got try number 2, Nigel Roy. Pace to burn. Greg Ebrell played just 3 games last year for Manly. Originally is from Newcastle. Taylor with the cutout ball. Torrens trying to get on the outside of his man, but lost that ball forward. No, he didn't. Andrew Frew, look at the pace. Andrew Frew, 1 to beat. Goes around McDougall. Can he go all the way? How good is this?
And with that victory over one of the competition hotshots, the Eagles were away to a flying start at Rugby League's newest arena, while the other new kids on the NRL's block, the West Tigers, also had a satisfying debut through a thrilling draw with Brisbane. Penrith and Canberra marked the return of Monday night football with unspectacular wins in the opening round, but the Panthers were far more potent in their next assignment, as the Bulldogs discovered in their return to Stadium Australia.
Been up to the mark defensively, missing some 17 tackles. Now Goodler. Beckett steps very well on left boot. Great ball, Carter. Carter has 2 to beat. Put the step on Rod Silver. So they'll need a quick play the ball here, the Panthers.
He did a Rod Silver on Rod Silver. Hit him with the right foot step, but then slipped over. Here they go.
Carter for the line. Got down nice and low, and Steve Carter has grounded the ball.
Will Canterbury got pulled up for a similar thing in the first half. Called a Shepherd. That was pretty close.
Final tackle. Sattler will try and kick. Doesn't have to kick at this stage. Scotty Sattler went straight through. Gets the ball away. Rodwell gets across the line.
They're a good side. Don't get me wrong. They got some players come back from injury, but we made it look a lot better tonight. We were pathetic.
Ducks under a high shot. That one from Logan. Donato takes them forward. Donato, straight through he goes. Has Madison, has Rogers. Rogers, he skips out of one. He gets there. Matt Rogers. How often have we seen those images of Brian Fletcher just cracking the line? The Roosters have come up with just the one. The Sharks 2. kicking on the first tackle. Look at the speed of Brett Howland. Haggerty has to travel. Howland's coming. They call him the Whippet. The Whippet. The Whippet gets their Whippet. Good Whippet. That's a beauty.
10-metre line, centre ground, there it is. British, Shane Walker, Darren Lockyer, players everywhere, Tallis is in. Tallis is in. Thorne. Through, away, setting sail for the line. Oh, somebody, please. They did, they pulled him down. He would have run straight over the hill crowd. The big red Thorne, like a runaway truck.
DeVico will play it on the halfway line. Wolford picking his time to run and timing it beautifully. Draws the defence, gives it away to Anthony Swan. He will go in untouched, and the Raiders, they get first points here at Bruce Stadium. Daly at first receiver, jogs towards them, says we'll go to the air. Pressure for the outside men for the Eagles. Are coming through. Anthony Kalala scores an incredible try. Through, fires a long pass to Taylor on the first bounce. The gap opened up. Now he puts the kick in. Brogan coming through was bumped out of it. Now Mullins picks it up. Just one to beat. King coming across in cover. Got past the fullback. Linked up with Brandon Costin. He's got Vayner Colo in support. Menzies can't pick him up. They'll go the length of the field just like that. The Green Machine at their best. Leslie Vayner Colo wins the game for Canberra.
Short side again. Craigie carves them up. Elected to go for the kick. Good chance for him. Beautiful bounce. This will be a West Tigers try and a beauty. Craigie slams it down for the 4-pointer. He stopped 17 metres out from Auckland's line. Tyron Smith, now Craig Field. Shane Walker back to field. They like to put on those runarounds. Here's McGuinness. He's quick across the ground. Terry Hill, they must score. Comes out for Hopawate. Too many numbers.
Playing it back for Hughes. They're 35 out. Butterfield, Johns, floating pass. Second bounce. Picked up by Gidley. Gidley gets it away. And that looks like Gidley. It's Gidley who's actually scored the try.
Was it any wonder that Melbourne couldn't get their minds on the job, as devastated players were still coming to terms with the drowning of their popular manager Michael Moore a week earlier? The Storm's 1999 grand final opponents St George Illawarra opened their account for the new season with an unconvincing defeat of North Queensland before commencing round 3 against a Canterbury side that quickly atoned for going trialless in its first 2 matches.
With the Illawarra First Division side. Barrett's kick charge down. They should score here, the Dogs. Corey Hughes is away. Hughes scores. Charge down. Perfect bounce. 5 out on 5. Stewart. And Canterbury's in. Talau.
We thought he would bounce back. Mario touched on it earlier. He is a confidence player, and that will do the confidence the world of good. Fletcher, how often do we see him in the clear? Here he goes. Fittler has runners on his right-hand side. He kicks. The chase is on now. The fast men are coming through. Cross is there. They pick it up. They score. This big man is Logan. A good offload from Logan. Lamb. Again, the lob pass. Great hands from Ryan Cross. Haggerty has speed. He has Cross. He doesn't need Cross. Haggerty goes around for his second double of season 2000, the little dance. He gets the double tonight against the Cowboys.
Up part 1, let it go.
Now Newcastle.
You've got to capitalise when you've got a side on the rack. Here they go now.
Darren Albert has plenty of speed. Georgianis won't be able to get him. Nobody will be able to get him. Listen to the crowd. They love Albert. And Darren Albert touches down. Final tackle for Newcastle. Matthew for Andrew, playing wider for Gidley. Back on the inside. Darren Albert. Darren Albert with that right foot step. He'll get 4 tries for the night. He's a superstar, Albert.
Oh, straight break. Nobody at the back. Andrew King caught them napping. Still plenty of time on the clock, but maybe that's
That's the one that's going to break the spirit of the Penrith Panthers. Gardner in there as well. Rodwell trying a little bit of variation. It'll pay off for him if he gets a good bounce. He kicks ahead yet again. Turning, Reeves around. Who wants it? Can they get it down? Well, he got it down. Butner. Butner! Michael Butner!
Muscling up in defence. Smith. Dimmick. Runners around him. Arms free. Michael Vella. Vella through one. Gets rid of it. Dimmick gets it away. Hodson's in. Michael Hodson has scored for Parramatta. Moody. David Penner. Wagon goes up and comes down with it. Gets it away for Kelly. Kelly going over the line. Gets it away for Bird. Bird has scored. Bird has scored. Leading by 6. Penner takes the shot. Looked okay. Looks good. Up goes the arm.
After booting that match-winning one-pointer, it was later discovered that David Penner had played on in that game with a fractured neck and was out of football for the next 2 months. Penner's heroics aside, the NRL's third weekend also featured Canberra's eclipse of Melbourne and Brisbane's commanding performance in Auckland. Although things weren't quite so cosy for the Broncos in their 4th straight match on the road when they needed 2 late tries to deny the shell-shocked Sharks.
Wendell nearly won the hammer throw with that. Here's a good kick. It's judicious. It's well weighted. It's a try. Now, Lockyer. Lockyer comes back. Ben Walker. The ball would have come forward off his hands. And Howland comes away for Cronulla. Howland. He's into open space. Sailor's after him. Howland's in front by 2. Sailor can't get him. Sailor won't get him. Howland scores. 90 metres. He is cut down out there by Eddinghausen. Brad Thorne puts a kick across the ground that goes backwards. Sailor goes high. Gets it down for Lockyer. Lockyer back inside for Aiken. Aiken for Sailor. Sailor's over. Brisbane are over. And they will win the game. What a fantastic climax.
They're 5 away and looking more sharp now, the Eagles. They've stacked that short side, but they go to the open and Taylor. Up very quickly. Andrew King into a massive gap, in fact. King with the left foot step, plants it down. The Eagles are desperately trying to number up.
Well, that's a waste of a tackle going back on the inside. They should have shifted the ball wide.
And again for Patton. Patton got away from 2. Luke Patton will score his 2nd.
And we've certainly let a few opportunities go, that's for sure.
What was the main message made at the half-time break?
Basically, the first...
Menzies breaks him clear. Joel Wilson, his 2nd touch of the game. Back, great hands. What a try this has been from the Eagles. And it hasn't really allowed the Eagles to be close enough to mount a challenge. Menzies in behind the markers, kicks himself. They'll go back. They might get the bounce yet. Menzies, they'll score. This is freakish. Menzies, now Butner. Butner chimes in. Courtesy of Menzies. It came from nothing. This will be a tied-up ball game in just a few moments. Here's Taylor.
Field goal.
Drop goal for Taylor. He breaks the deadlock. It's his 2nd of the season. 21-20.
Stephen Price alongside him. Made a remarkable recovery from an injury here. Here's a short kick from Stewart. The bounce should favour them. It does. Corey Hughes. Well done. Then not tackled. Then got it away. Price was there. Now Talau. Talau goes back in. He'll score. Talau's over for the Doggies. Again gets a tight call right. Whether he's got the assistance of the touch judge remains to be seen.
And I wonder...
And here's Sherwin. Sherwin is away. Sherwin gets try number 2. Oh, how good is this kid? Brett Sherwin.
Bulatua turning, giving it back to Gower. He got it to Sid Domic. Domic for the line. Can he get it down? Yes, he can.
Yeah, I didn't think they needed to throw a long pass there. It was going to give the defence more time to come up. Very well read. Melbourne shifting the ball.
Lavia Demule up over halfway he goes. He's gone. Has he got enough pace to get away? Beckett coming at him. No, they won't get him. From one end of the field to the other. Talk about counter-attackers. Coach Chris Anderson knows he'll need all of his big names out there in the last 3 or 4 minutes. It might be all over here, though. Woods got it back to Gower. Gower got it across to Rodwell. Rodwell plants it down.
Despite scoring 5 tries apiece, the Premiers were still left floundering after their 4th straight defeat, while Newcastle were fortunate to escape Auckland with a point. A North Queensland shock defeat of Parramatta was eventually deemed illegal due to the presence of 14 players on the field at one stage. But for St George Illawarra, it must have felt like Melbourne had 40 players as the grand final rematch turned horribly lopsided at the MCG.
We are back to a squad of 17 as of tonight. No drink breaks. Dummy from by. Round the corner pass for Martin. Martin with Ross coming up and he's outside now. Ross down the side of the ground and he'll make it. Robbie Ross is over. Another try for Melbourne. Now another break. Up the middle by Melbourne. Lavia was there. Ross is with it now. Back, going, looking. Hill, Martin goes away from by. Goes back off the left foot. It's gone to Scott Hill. He's over. Scott Hill is over. Melbourne are in again. Kamali. Hill. They're so dangerous here. Here's Kamali. Now Moole. He steps. And yes, he got it down.
Have a look at that scoreboard. 70 points to 10. Can you believe it?
Not really, but it was done simply. You know, all we did was complete our sets and wait for them to make the mistakes. And we attacked from give it to Robbie Ross and our 2 wingers. They come back from the kick chase very well. So they give us a good roll on every set, and we could get down that end at the end of every set. So it's just a completion rate. That's all it was.
McClendon from dummy half, straight through them, comes to Beverley, he stepped off the left foot past him, now it's a foot race, he runs away from Odenryan, Wagner comes to him, he couldn't stop him, got a ball back to Ferner, will try and reach out and he got there! Oh, what a Canberra Raiders try! His chance tonight when Ken Nagas succumbed to an Achilles heel injury. Oh, here's Mullins! Away! Nobody in front of him. Let's put the clock on him and see what sort of time he can set. He'll cruise the line. Just shifts it back to 3rd gear and scores between the posts. The flying machine has yet another 4-pointer.
That's when those one-on-one tackles become very, very crucial.
They've been enjoying far too much possession of the ball. Paul Mellor has 1 try. He's going for 2. Has Long, has E.T. Eddinghausen, look at him streak away. 18 seasons and he's still going.
And they've just got to be very, very conscious.
Boyd for Goldthorpe takes the line on. That's better. Valentine. Valentine has to link up. Can he? Oh, Peachy got him. He gets up. He goes again. He's going to score himself. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. And now off he goes again. Picks up Blaine Stanley, back to Peachy. It's gone backwards. That is a try. Kelvin Jeffs will award this try.
At the lead of at least 4 points. Scandalis. Over to O'Neill and Gillette into a hole. Michael Gillette pops it over. Carlaw! They won't stop John Carlaw. Field running to the line, giving it to Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith through 1 tackle. Smith throws it back on the inside. Luke O'Donnell. A one-handed pass. Sears! Matt Sears! What a try for the Tigers!
It's been a little bit lethargic since the break, the Broncos. Shane Walker for Darren Lockyer, for Ben Aiken. Here comes Wendell, running into Adam McDougall. McDougall takes the ball off him. There's a foot race on. McDougall by 2 metres. McDougall's got 10 to go. McDougall goes in. That's try number 2, and they won't take that off him. The scrum. Backing as Matt Parsons makes a return. Tallis out of the back of the scrum. Lockyer's broken them. Lockyer's away. Lockyer will score. Put puts the seal on the game.
While the Broncos marked their return to ANZ Stadium by fending off one of the major threats to the crown, round 5 also featured Canterbury's third straight win, and a wrongly disallowed penalty goal to Jason Taylor was the major talking point of the Northern Eagles' surrender to Sydney. However, the Roosters received a taste of their own medicine 5 days later when they called on a Melbourne team that had clearly regained its appetite for destruction.
Now the short pass for Ruben, a former Rabbitoh, passing back for Wood. And Lamb, this is a confident start by the Roosters. Lamb is over halfway, he looked to his right shoulder from Ross. Ross was taken out of the play. Lamb's been left behind. Hello, Pye's away. Inside the 20 markers, Pye. Here comes a tie to the storm. Robbie Ross will score it, and he was the man who did the tackle on Adrian Lamb.
Well, that is just unbelievable. We've got Adrian Lamb and Ryan Cross still down on the ground 50, 60 metres away.
It's given almost back to the 30 for the Roosters. It is the 5th tackle, so it's been tough work for the visitors. Fittler's kick is down the throat of Robbie Ross on the 20-metre line. And back comes the Storm try score. Allowed to run a long, long way. And now Guy is away, showing incredible speed. Ross supports. 25 metres out.
Great ball.
This is classic rugby league from the Storm. Lavia for Kearney. And now it comes up for Bowden. The tackle count has restarted. They hadn't had one. Bowden has 5 out for Bowden. That could have been the tie of the year. Amanda's going to check it. Marcus Pye scored it.
I know it makes it difficult for the 15 other players, but I don't see any great sense in putting Adrian Lamb back into this contest.
Scott Hill. Good ball for Ross. They're away again and they won't catch it. Robbie Ross is over the 20-metre line. Here comes a double for the 4th player tonight for Melbourne. Incredible stuff from the Storm.
Still a chance left if they can get wide balls.
Here was a dummy half. And back it comes for Taylor. Second man play. It's a big front row at Trindle. They won't stop him. Custo. Luke Burt. He's got the speed to run 80 metres. He might get the chance. And passes back for Custo. And now it is a foot race. He's lost the movement. Custo. He's still going. 15 metres out from the line and Menzies gets it. Well, here is the chance for Parramatta.
Come right. Just come right and let it go.
And here they come. To the right. Now they pass. Kidwell on the bounce. 5 metres out. Schifovski is held up. Then back for Kidwell. He will score, or has he lost it? David Kidwell. Luke Burt.
Here's a kid who was going to play first division tonight, wasn't he? He's got a chance to win them the match.
Small patch of hero status for Luke Burt from the sideline. The kick is on the way and looks good for Burt. It's over.
Burnham was the man who made that tackle. I mean, Wolford, sorry.
Now it's Johns and they go wide again. Picked up by Albert. Albert for the corner. Is that a hat-trick? Davis to Matty Johns, kicking, chasing Johns. Regathering. Hughes. Oh, Davis. Try time again for Newcastle. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, had they taken that and used their set, that had try written all over it, so that really was one that's got away from him. And here's Wendell Saylor. Saylor gets into open spaces. Now Julian O'Neill's got trouble. Oh, Saylor just skips around him and sets sail for the line, and away he goes to score. What does it do for the confidence? We'll hold it for a moment as Brisbane start to make a break. Away goes the Brisbane defence, out onto Lockie Takiri. Takiri will race it away and score. He's chased by Julian O'Neill. He won't be able to drag him in.
While Brisbane and Newcastle produced runaway victories, things were a lot tighter for Penrith, Cronulla and the West Tigers, who inflicted the first ever defeat of St George Illawarra at WIN Stadium. With 9 competition points from a possible 12, the Balmain and Western Suburbs joint venture had made a wonderful start before coming unstuck at the hands of a 12-man Sydney Roosters side in round 7.
He's way over. They have stretched their advantage now to 10 points to 2. And then he turns it for Lamb. Lamb for Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon juggles it for Hegarty. Hegarty's looking for 3. He gets the treble. The trifecta comes up for Hegarty.
1 try apiece. As O'Davis comes into the back line, he kicks for Albert. Albert Albert's run away from them. Albert's over. Oh, Newcastle, they're a thrilling side. And Darren Albert scores. Newcastle again on the attack. Just in front of half-time. Johns kicks for Albert. He's over again. Darren Albert's over.
It was good work there by the Northern Eagles players to get up in the face of the kickers. Now Butner goes nice and wide.
He got straight through the gap as well. Looking for Frew back on the inside. He found him, and just like that, the Eagles have swooped and scored the first try of the game. He was tried hard throughout. Butner. Plenty of space to work in. Taylor got the ball back to Butner again. Here's Muir. Try scorer himself this evening. He stands, gets it back, comes to Trindle. He stands, gives it to Menzies. Odds on that he'll stand, gets it back. Here's Muir, backing up is Torrens. Peachy got a hand to it. Torrens picked it up. What an amazing try.
Polamatta did a good job there, getting into the passing lane. Brasher taking them on. Brasher getting very close. Did he slam it down? It's a try. Yes. But it's on the score sheet. And Ralph gives it to Appo. Appo, Bowman's on the inside, and Bowman's going to run away and score a try. Going over the top to make sure that tackle was effective. Short chip, big chance coming up for Parramatta here. Two of them went without it. Eric Growth keeps it on the toe. Hodgson, what about the step? He goes for the corner, by comes Hodgson, wins the race. Hill, Lavia accelerates. Rua has it. Rua plants it down. Both these clubs with only 2 wins to their credit this year. Kearns with the good offload. Hill showed it to Lavia. Hill, Scotty Hill's in the space. He's got Robbie Ross. They won't get Robbie Ross. Ross, he scores the money try for Melbourne.
Just remember too, Graham, when you come to a game and you play pretty ordinary to get away with the win, that's a bonus.
Barrett with miles of time. Mundine will grab this on the full and float it out nice and wide. They should just finish this off for Cooper to the corner. Odin Ryan won't get there in time. Some great skill.
If you look at the Warriors' performance on that first half, they still dropped balls in their own red zone and put a lot of pressure on themselves.
Mundine scooting. Here comes the cameo from Mundine late in this match. Patton inside, may not even use him. Still dancing around. Now he goes wide for Cooper to grab a double possibly. He flicks it out the back. Brilliant from the Dragons. Here's the touches from them.
After 4 consecutive losses, the Dragons finally had a platform to rebuild their shattered season on with that decisive victory in Auckland. And at the other end of the table, Brisbane continued their unbeaten beginning to season 2000 by outmuscling Canberra. It was also a worthwhile weekend for North Queensland, who finally secured some genuine competition points by upsetting the Bulldogs before notching 50 points for the first time in the club's history against a hatless Northern Eagles outfit 6 days later.
As it goes from Green to Goldthorpe, there's a short ball. Peter Jones, he's got support. He might not need it. Got it back to Appo, and that should be a North Queensland try here. And the locals are loving every minute of this. Beautifully executed. And a very impressive performance so far tonight by North Queensland. There's a good chance for them. All too easy.
You know, and take a bit more a responsible role when the side has got the football.
Good option by the North Queenslanders, and they get possession back again. Chance for them here. Jeremy Sloshy pins his ears back. It comes back to Robert Ralph, now to Jeff Bell. Another try to North Queensland, and a beauty.
Walker calling that he wanted on the right of the ground, and Thorne ran a decoy. And then it went beautifully through the hands, outside the opposition. Now Saylor comes inside. Saylor will score. Oh, that is beautiful. 25 out from the line. Lovely pass, Sivanasiva. Walker again. Now to Carey. To Carey. To Carey. Oh, to Carey.
Healy, Dykes. Nice short ball. Paul Mellor. Mellor has the fullback to beat. What about the right foot step? It was a beauty. The 15 is Luke Stewart. Just his 3rd game of the year. Completion rate they would like to improve. Colin Best. Best just straight through. He puts the step on Robbie Ross. Another try comes up for the Sharks.
Both sides playing for keeps, aren't they?
Treaster for Dykes. Dykes lofts it now for Eddinghausen. Rogers, they are desperate, Melbourne. They won't stop Matt Rogers. He goes over, half-paced. They have delivered the killer blow. The killer blow has been inflicted on Melbourne.
Now it's back for Patton to go to Brown. Here comes Ainsko, is it? He puts it over the line. Peter. Matthew steps up his right foot, beats Brown, puts a kick in. Oh, Shields is out there. He's 6'7", gets it away. Andrew Johns and Tahu, he has scored. Tahu Yahoo puts it down for the night. Fourth play is gone. Peter, Andrew Johns, out for Mark Hughes. Beckett has scored. Lenny Beckett is over. Doing for it certainly went backwards. Barrett now going backwards to go forward. Patton with a fend, then got it away. Barrett combines. Mundine to the right for Ainsko. Now for Timmins. Thompson's inside. Here's Gasnier. Gasnier's over. They're in the Dragons. The young Gasnier is over.
Mark, you would have had dreams of making a first-grade debut, but probably never under these circumstances.
No, I wasn't expecting it at all. You know, Pop's come into the dressing room and he said, Gaz, get your boots on. And, you know, I thought he was joking, but he obviously wasn't. So I got changed and I only had 10, 15 minutes to think about it. And to debut in front of Marathon isn't easy either.
Sydney City coming up with 4 points. They need to respond and they're doing it in the best possible way.
Lauatini one-on-one, the big man against Phillips. Forget about stuffing him. He's handed back a much better effort to Mark Graham, who gave him a boost of confidence by picking him. Jones inside! Herberton!
After missing the first 7 rounds with a broken arm, Stacey Jones was back, and Auckland looked like a vastly different team. There was a different kind of comeback at Leichhardt Oval, where the West Tigers salvaged an amazing draw with Parramatta, thanks to a penalty goal after the siren. And a humble goal was all the Broncos could muster when Penrith put the brakes on their wonderful start of the season at the head of round 9.
And a pass over the face for Pulatua, the big man! Tony Pulatua.
Quick play, the ball left.
There's a chance on for Girdler. Now, big MG. He goes for the line. Gets it back for Jorgo. Jorgensen gets his second try. Held by Carlaw. Steve Carter. He throws the pass. Girdler bats it on. Beckett goes over. Beckett's over. Girdler's done a Cronin back down.
You've got to be alive at marker when you play the Tigers. They're good from dummy half running.
Field. Gillette. The wrap around. Gillette has gone straight through. I think the ball went forward. Clark will have a good look at it. But Joel Kane has come up with a try. We're not going to the video. Short side again. Mark O'Neill. Offload for Hopewade. Hopewade back for centre. Centre one man to beat. And reaches out. Lands it down. That's a try. Great work by Darren Centre.
Skiffalidi. Ducking into dummy half. Short ball off the hip from Smith to Dimmick. Across the top to Warwick Growth. Great run from the winger. What a sight he is in full flight. Jason Smith, dummy to kick, gave it away to Dimmick. He's into a gap. Great ball back on the inside for Wagon. He got it back to Wozniak. Looking for one more. He won't need one more. He'll score beside the post, and now it's time to dance.
Yeah, it's obvious that they lose plenty of strike power with him not there. He is their leading try scorer for the year. He has 6 next to his name, and the wireless. Mundine puts a left foot step on straight through Williamson.
And inside the 20-metre line, Mundine will go all the way and score for St George Illawarra. Finch. Jensen's going to have the jump. And he's got the ball, and he's put it down. A wasted play. 4 is gone. Thompson away. And then from Mundine. Out to Barrett. Here it comes. Ainsko away. Timmins is over the line. The Dragons have gone further in front in a match-winning try.
And it's an old cliche, but dare I say it, almost a semi-final atmosphere to this one.
Oh, this is a great game of football.
Peter,
great ball.
Kennedy into a huge gap. Has support coming. Hughes outside him, draws the fullback and gets there himself to score for the Knights.
Interesting to note here, Singh at the lock position.
Fittler will score to give the Roosters a chance. Benetti, Fittler to the left-hand side, fires it to Robin Miles, reaches out and scores the try that ties this ball game up. He hits it and it is there.
Apart from one of the season's most miraculous comeback, the 9th round also featured solid victories for Melbourne and Canterbury. After a surprisingly high number of lopsided scorelines in the first 2 months of the competition, the NRL's dream of a finely balanced premiership was realised in round 10, with 6 of the 7 games being decided by 8 points or less, including 2 draws and this heart-stopping local derby at Parramatta.
He's over the 50, the 40, he's going to go all the way, the big fella. He stumbles, keeps going, they're coming at him, but he gets there. What a try! What a try by Grove.
Moran tested his arm, tried his luck. It came up trumps. Kelly through the middle on the Smith.
All the way. It's Andrew Ryan, the big fella striding upfield. He's still going. Got the pass back to Jason Smith. Now to Eric Grove. They're going to win the match, Parramatta. With 3.5 minutes to go.
Golden opportunity for the Tigers. They've had a stack of ball. Short ball. Lowry. It's his first try. Jason Lowry has broken the longest duck of the NRL. After 138 games, Jason Lowry has scored his first try in first grade. Taylor. Cut out ball for Buettner. The pace of Buettner. He does it again.
For the kick. No. For the pass. Intercepted by the flying Brett Mullins. Mullins is away. Nobody's chasing. They've decided to call it a day. The only one chasing is Manda, and Manda's the referee, so he won't tackle him. And Brett Mullins runs 90 metres.
That's the final tackle coming up right in front of the uprights. Lamb puts it on the toe, and a perfect bounce there for Matty Singh. Mundine to Barrett. Barrett running to the line. Got the thing going, and Barrett's going to score for the Dragons. Barrett pulling them back. The angle run from Timmins. Blacklock over the top. Ainscoe. Trap time the Dragons. Barrett. Ainscoe. He got on the outside of Singh. He's got Barrett on the inside. He gives it to Barrett. Barrett to Singh. Singh back to Cooper. And Matt Cooper gets a try for the Dragons. Wonderful stuff.
Inside the 20-metre line for Campion. And what a tackle from Rua. Hancock. Out the back. Now to Keary. He'll make it. To Keary. Another chance for Melbourne. They're on a repeat set. Lavia. Out for Aaron Moole. Beats 1. Beats 2. Stands in a third and gives a try. Gives a presentation to Robbie Ross.
6 again, signalled by Bill Harrigan.
Scott Hill. Now Kamali. Oh, he's into space. Will there be a Shepherd call? Kamali's over. Will there be an obstruction?
I don't think so, Ray.
Harrison. And from Lockyer. Through from Matt for Carroll. Carroll's over. Tony Carroll has hit back the Broncos.
The 18-all deadlock between the premiers of the previous 2 years was copied by Canterbury and Auckland the following afternoon, while Newcastle was always in control of its home encounter with North Queensland. However, the Knights' next outing was anything but comfortable when they were savaged by the Sharks in the opening exchange of round 11.
Not too many can boast a record as good as that, held by Newcastle. This is good play. Rogers will score. Rogers puts it under the uprights. Siren in the background as Matthew Johns, the kick. Taken out of mid-air by David Peachey. Peachey's away. He leads the foot race. He's over. Peachey scores. Fairley. And quick hands from Matthew Johns away for Andrew. And Tahu. It's intercepted by Rogers. Here he goes again. What is this? Number 3 coming up. Matt Rogers capping an absolutely memorable night on his home park.
Through the hands quickly of Walker, now Aiken with the left foot step. Beautiful ball for Wedke. Better ball for Tallis. Tallis gets the double in the space of just 3 minutes. The skipper is on fire. For Lance Thompson. For Barrett. Runs to the line. Oh, great hands. Ainscough back for Blacklock. Blacklock has plenty of pace. The Dragons, they strike back.
It was smart play. He knew what he was doing, but he didn't get the reward he deserved.
They came up with a short goal line dropout. They had to get possession back now. Brad Thorne. Thorne straight through. Reaches out. He scores, Brad Thorne.
Black and gold and white side, they're falling off. Here's a chance here. More than that, it's a try. It is a try for the fullback Hazem El Masri. O'Neill. Tackler was Stewart. Duckworth. A kick and a regather, is it? No, it's another kick. There's another try coming if they pick it up safely, and McGuinness does that.
Taylor runs to them, gives it off to Gardner. Buettner now on the left-hand side to King. On the inside to Grogan. He will get there. And they held some ball to finish off the first half. They scored 2 tries and they've scored another 2 since coming back out again. You can see possession even now. Kamali, short pass to Hill. He'll find Lavia and they will extend this lead further. Some of those players out here tonight on the wrong end of the scoreline yet again. Here's Kearns. Over the top to Geyer. Marquette looking to relive those past glories, but he'll hand it off to Matt Geyer. It is an exhibition.
Barnett again looking to get involved. And into space. He's got Jorgensen in the beat. Put the step on. Maybe he doesn't need it. Rigon, 17 on 17. Rigon got there. Cross. Options on the left. Girdler. Tries to get on the outside. Oh, great offload. What the push. Girdler came up with a fantastic offload. And the Panthers have struck back. It's so close. Lamb. Set play. Fittler. Shorter ball. They'll get there again, the Roosters. Ryan Cross plants it down.
Elsewhere in round 11, Parramatta inflicted Canberra's first defeat on home soil in season 2000. And the North Queensland Auckland affair degenerated into a spiteful brawl that saw both clubs receive heavy fines. Embarrassed by their part in Townsville's night of shame, the Warriors returned home for an Easter Monday match with Cronulla that extended their unbeaten run to 3 on the trot, just a few days after Australia's record 52-0 destruction of New Zealand in the Anzac Test.
Simon, they're going to have to start paying. Simon, standing nice and flat, looking for Joe Vogel to come on an angle. Big Joe pops it up out and run! Stevens as a decoy. Healy to Madison with a line ball past that one. And Richardson, everybody left him alone. You're not going to get him.
Try. Very close at the moment on the table. Cusack gets a good offload away for Benetti. Lamb shows it twice. Back for Burns. Burns into a big gap. McClendon. McClendon can't stop him. Just bumped away from one. Tackled right on the halfway line. Go to Lamb. Nice ball for Singh. Miles back on the inside. He's got plenty of pace, Miles. Flicks it up, Fitzgibbon. Here they come. Lamb Adrian Lamb gets a double. What a try for the Roosters. It was a cracker. Oh, he's a thief.
And there's still a chance that you're eligible for Origin for the first match.
Yeah, I've got to see the hand specialist next Thursday, and I'm hoping he'll give me the green light just to be eligible for selection on Sunday night.
All right, Adam, thanks for coming down to the sideline.
Good ball by Stringer. Thank you, Adam. Menzies for the corner. Gets it around the corner. He's over, Manly. Northern Eagles are in. They've had 34 sets of 6 against 25. Completions, that is. Now, Andrew King. King might get a regather. Yes! He's done it! He's Houdini'd! He's Houdini'd! And he's put Gardner over! Daniel Gardner has scored! What about Andrew King? Put him in the circus! Put him somewhere! He's too good for this game! Well, the juggler! The juggler's come out at Brookie!
Unbelievable. The crowd's gone berserk here.
They're up towards the 10 now. Opportunity here for the North Queensland Cowboys. Can they finally nail it? There's the kick from Green. He's kicking for Bell, and Bell shoots it out of the air. And Jack Bell is in for a 4-pointer for the North Queensland Cowboys. Ian. Green running it on the last tackle. Scotty Prince. He's got Green on the inside. Green, nobody in front of him. The Cowboys are in between the sticks. Running it on the last tackle. Swain goes past Rorty, fires it to Scott Hill. There's a circle away from Travis Norton. Got it off to Kamali through Kearney to Lavia. Great pass to Merle. They won't get to him, and just like that, the Storm have scored again. Kamali turns it on the inside for Bowden, running away again. They're in the queue on the left-hand side for the ball. Robbie Ross will get it. Back-to-back sets of 6, they've scored, the Storm.
When they've got those guys standing on either side of the ruck, your defence has to be spread and pay attention either side. At the moment, they seem to be centering the concentration of their defence as their attack breaks wide.
This is Marsh on debut. What a start to the second half, and Hindmarsh is going to score the try. Ian Hindmarsh wrapped him up. McDougall runs it around a little closer to the post, and that sets up a thrilling finish here at Marathon. Badiris running to the line, putting the short pass away, an inside ball to Kennedy. Kennedy got the pass away. Billy Peden for the line. The skipper. Oh, they've come back from the dead, the Knights.
After trailing 23-16 with minutes remaining, that was an amazing Easter Sunday recovery by the home side on an extra long weekend of league that also saw St George Illawarra resist Penrith's challenge. With 5 wins in 6 matches, the Dragons were beginning to resemble the outfit that enjoyed such a spectacular 1999. But their build-up to the round 13 clash with North Queensland was thrown into chaos when restless pivot Anthony Mundine suddenly fled for overseas.
Forfeit his contract as Brasher is into the clear. He's got support in Ralph Connolly. This guy is very quick. They won't catch him. I think he's the quickest in the league. Adam Connolly gets over. Short side they go through Green again. Little chip for Brasher. This is well weighted. Brasher will kick it again. Will he get it back? Timmy Brasher, you are fantastic, Brasher. What about that for control? He had it pinned the entire distance, Brasher. High tackle by Ainscough. The crowd thought it was high. Odin said okay. Green for Prince. Nice ball. They're going to run it. Kyle Warren back on the inside for Prince. Prince has pace too. Scotty Prince takes off. O'Neill. This has been a great try. Little Paul Green scores it in the end. What about the Cowboys? Jack Ellsgood left the wing. Made the tackle.
Got a habit of coming up with those big tackles. Ellsgood.
Healy high ball. Minicello once again. Goes into the sun. Colin Best. He just climbed up the big ladder. Put up the arms. Came down with it. Logan plays it back quickly. Benetti fires it. Here they go. Ryan Cross. Willie kick. Willie pass. Back on the inside. Wing's got pace. So is Rickardson. Big, long, looping ball. That's okay. It's play on, Miles. Back for Fittler. What a try this has been.
Almost unbelievable, the impact that Johns was able to generate on the much bigger Curdy. Kamali for Hill. Hill sees a gap, he goes through it. There's Robbie Ross again. He's always there. Now Kamali. Kamali's over. Swain again. And again Kamali. Levere. And Kennedy's got him. Got the ball away to Rorty. Rorty flops the ball over for Aaron Moole. Moole goes back, looks for a gap. Newcastle scrambling. And Aaron Moole, is he able to get it down? Bill Harrigan gives a try. He points to the spot. Kearney, 20-metre line. Rodney Howe, short passing between the forwards out to Rorty, third set of hands. Back and away it comes from Rob Kearns. Now it's with Kamali. Kamali will score. Kamali's over. In 8 of them, there hasn't been any more than 4 points between them and the opposition. Win, lose or draw. So they really have been involved in some very close tussles, Parramatta. Takiri! He's away! Takiri scores on the left side. He and Sivanasiva, to mention just another couple of them. Lockyer, through a gap for the corner, he's over. Darren Lockyer.
They work it down the short side from Torrens to Frew. McClendon comes up at the feet of Torrens. He hung on to it. The Supermac gives it away to Vaynerkolo. He went straight past Butner. Here comes Reeves. He can't get him. Roy in, cover one, pick him up also, and the big dive. The volcano has erupted at Gosford. Suffering that terrible injury in the Anzac Test last week. Here is Adam Hayden. He went past everybody, has only McClendon to beat. Tried to stand him up and will take the tackle. The Raiders opening up at North Power Stadium in the closing minutes. Reeves to Taylor, rubbering. McClendon is there, couldn't force it. And King has tied the ball game up at Gosford. The junction of the 20 and the sideline. Hits it beautifully. It has the legs.
Jason Taylor's boot wasn't the only one to make a difference on that weekend, as Daryl Halligan did much the same for the Bulldogs against Penrith, although the West Tigers didn't need any such assistance to overcome an awful Auckland side. With this tightly packed season not offering split rounds to cater for the State of Origin series, the NRL's leading clubs had their depth tested like never before over a 6-week period that began in round 14 with Parramatta denying the depleted premiers.
Out through the centres, and here he is again, Shivalski.
Wozniak tackled there, and nothing silly required here from Parramatta. Important thing is to stay down this end of the field. Hodgson gets involved from fullback. Lovely ball. Kelly should score, and does.
Yes, Stuart Kelly is in.
And looking dangerous. Oh, Nick Graham. Good hands by Dykes. Beautiful flick. Back on the inside. Miller reaches out. Plants it down. Dykes. Richardson. Flicks it. Oh, great hands.
Play on.
What about this from Healy? Stanley accelerates, reaches out and scores. And two of the best passes you're likely to see for the entire year.
So they weren't really forced to take the tough meters off their own line. They'll be happy with that. Gall straight through.
Beautiful dummy. Then he stepped out of a boot, got the ball away. Here's Hicks down the sideline. He's going to do it. He's going in to score. In fact, for Abraham it was. Matthew Johns. And then away for Sean Rudder. Rudder gets it away for Mark Hughes. Here's a chase. Lenny Beckett leads the race. Oh, this is beautiful. This is rugby league. That was lovely stuff.
Tell you who's having a big impact on the second half is David Fairley. He's running with the ball and offloading. He's giving so much second phase play. And he's just come up with 2 big hits in a row. He's having a stormer in this second half, the big number 10 for the Knights.
There's another Jody Gall offload. Has it done some good? Reed goes down the left side. Newcastle defending. They're away for another try. The Panthers, Robbie Beckett. That's number 2 for the day. And here they go again, the Panthers. Offload. And is that Jorgensen up in the line again? Ball has been grounded. The referee points to the spot.
Yeah, it's Jorgensen, Ray.
Colin Ward. Pearson. Short ball, Barrett. He's got Blacklock on the inside. He fires it to Blacklock. It's a sprint race for the try line. They won't catch Nathan Blacklock. Barrett, is he the new man? Patton, wide they go. And Roberts, full-back to beat. Kicking back on the inside for Blacklock. He's looking for a hat-trick. Will he get there? Well, we're going to go upstairs, I suggest. Great vision. Blacklock thinks he got there.
Just make sure he's got the ball. The Dragons look like they're not finished with scoring.
Gasnier, Oden Ryan to beat. Oh, he stepped in brilliantly. Change of pace.
With young winger Amos Roberts producing a near-record 22 points on debut, the Dragons swiftly atoned for their surrender to North Queensland by inflicting Auckland's biggest ever loss on a weekend that also provided wins for Canterbury, Canberra and West. 2 days after New South Wales snatched a highly contentious verdict in this year's State of Origin opener, the Tigers tried to take advantage of a Storm side that had several stars backing up from that match, only to be enveloped in the second half.
He scores the tie! He also tops the hit-ups for the Tigers tonight. Touchdown there! This will be a Melbourne Storm tie! Levere will go away for Melbourne. Well, that should be the match winner. Young to Cecil Levere.
Jones shows it twice. Short ball, Miles. Well, what about that? David Miles, the two dummies from Jones, and he just strolls over.
The old double pump, eh? Here he comes now.
Winding up outside of John Simon. There he goes. Straight over Jason Taylor. Petherbridge going backwards for Jones now. Deeth. Short ball. Lally Lautici. Look at the big man celebrate. He looks skywards.
He's tackled on the last 32 out from his own line.
They were looking, I thought, to kick on the fourth tackle, and there was a breakdown there. And now Barrett gets a rush kick in, which is off the side of the boot. Chance for Blacklock. He's touched it forward. Now the chances with Moody. 20 metres away from the Dragons' line. It's Patton who misses the tackle. Brown gets there, but so does Moody.
Some news on Mark Gasnier. Not an ankle injury, as first thought. He's actually got a kick in the shins. May come back.
Well, hang on, Gus, because here's a chance that'll cheer the young bloke up, because Timmins has scored for the Dragons off a Barrett pass. It seems at any point they will slip as much as 10 and 12 behind, although Moody might change all of that. He's over the 40-metre line. Patton is the chaser. Moody, plenty of speed, he'll get there. Jason Moody, what a tremendous try. 90-metre run. Custer, they're looking for 3 straight tries here. Smith runs 5 metres away. Oh, this is celebration time for Parramatta. The glory days return.
Michael Hancock. Lockyer showed it once, accelerates now, has Brittis. Brittis just strolls over. Try number 6 for the air for Luke Brittis.
Fullbacks these days, when they're standing, they know those balls are going to move and they can adjust to it, but when you're running after it, it's difficult.
Another big chance coming up for the Broncos. DeVere straightens the ball back on the inside. That's Berrigan. Out of one, reaches out. He lost it.
He scored it.
He scored it.
Sitting in the stands, Robbie O'Davis and Darren Albert. Also Matt Parsons, Matt Gidley, Peter Shields. The list goes on. And they put it through the hands. Hughes throws the dummy. He's got support. Throws it back on the inside. Banderas, and there's a great try to open the scoring here. Matthew Johns, Fairley, out the back door. Matthew Johns over to Ryder. Ryder on Silver, and Ryder's going to get a double. He's got 2 tries in the first half, young Justin Ryder.
If that ball had gone to hand, I think Darren Smith would have been the man. Great break.
They won't catch him. Talk about who's going to make the first mistake in the second half. The gap opened up. Some of the Knights forward standing back there saying, how did that happen? 28 metres out. Johns, Andrew, running! Andrew Johns of old! Andrew Johns taking them on! An individual try, simply brilliant.
Thanks to one of the year's best individual performances, courtesy of Andrew Johns, the Knights sidestepped the prospect of 3 straight defeats, while Penrith brought off their second stunning away victory in a row by eclipsing the Sharks. The Panthers went on to score another 2-point win the following week, this time over Parramatta, in a match that was marred by the league's play-the-ball crackdown. But the 16th round is most remembered for Ricky Stewart's serious knee injury in Auckland that ended his brilliant career.
Nigel Wagner outside. What a start! Jones, there's some pressure coming on him. Numbers here. Numbers, big numbers. Jason Bell has Harvey going inside. They have to. Simon chipping, looking for Manuel. Needs the bounce. Manuel. Oh no, Manuel's got the try.
15 metres away from the Parramatta line, 2-2 the score, and Rodwell will bomb the wing of Schifofsky, who's pretty good under the high ball. And there he is, cool head. And Schifofsky is away for Parramatta. They might not catch him. Jorgensen's coming across. Schifofsky inside the 30. Jorgensen at full throttle. Doesn't touch him. Schifofsky scores a 90-metre try for the Eels. He's only 21 metres away. Rodwell. Gower out of the dummy half roll, then kicking before the last. Elford for the try line, that's a fair 4-pointer. Back with Custo, and on for Ryan. Ryan over the pass for Mooney, that was genius. Mooney, 20 metres away, here come the Eels with Kelly. Kelly will score, a move that started with a miraculous pass from Andrew Ryan. Kelly the try for Parramatta. Gus wanted some good rugby league. Well, that was cracking rugby league.
Goddard, cross to Orford. Orford to Butner. Through the hands. Menzies, the overlap, and the gap opens up for Menzies. A sprint race to the corner. Menzies is going to score a great try. Field. McGuinness, and now Hopewadi stranded over on the far side on his own, but he takes them on. Got a miracle ball away, and McGuinness is going to score. The West Tigers are in. John Hopewadi, fantastic. And a little tune on the didgeridoo as well from Kevin McGuinness. Playing with more purpose in the second half. Mesha out the back door. O'Donnell, Duckworth, and Field. And Field fires it out to Hopewadi, one-on-one, and John is able to stand his ground and get the pass back to Kevin McGuinness. He gives it to Field. Field taking them on. He gets it back to Duckworth. Duckworth dummying. Can he get it down? He rolls over. There's the try they were looking for. To the short side, Mesha. Carlaw, quick hands over to Kane. King is coming across. He's got Carlaw back on the inside. It's going to be the West Tigers who are going to finish with a flourish here. Capping off a magnificent second half of rugby league. Phillips. What a scything run he made. And here he is again, stepping and giving it back to Ricketson. Oh, Luke Phillips is having a night out at the football stadium. Was that Michael Quinn? Burns gives it off to Wing. Takes it to the line. Met, tackled heavily by Hart. Got a pass away to Phillips. What a pass he got away. He got to Logan. He scored under the post. Mark that down as one of the passes of the season. Luke Phillips has pulled the rabbit out of the hat. We'll see if they look for the in goal or put it through the hands. They put it through the hands. Cross. Great grubber for Minicello. Phillips again. How about that pass? And Wing will score.
5.5 minutes remaining, and it is the last tackle. What a play this is then. Kevin Walters, they're going to run it. They go wide. Carlaw will score for Brisbane. Dane Carlaw. The clock's going to beat them. They get nothing doing there, Melbourne. Gaia takes the tackle of Carlaw. Swain, Carmichael, pass, Robinson! Peter Robinson! Peter who? Peter Robinson is what the last pass is okay.
Well, the referee is going to the video ref, but I've got no problems with this pass from Kevin Carmichael onto Peter Robinson. It looks as though they have won it in the final second in the last play of the game.
With barely seconds left on the clock, Melbourne continued its unbeaten run at home in 2000 and confirmed their reputation as the strongest finishing side in the league, which certainly couldn't be said of Canberra, who butchered a golden opportunity to leave Shark Park with a rare success. What the Raiders lacked on the road, they usually compensated for at Bruce Stadium. but not even they had ever tasted the kind of conditions that prevailed in the nation's capital for the round 17 snow job with the West Tigers.
The first try in the snow goes to McGuinness. A well-placed kick by Craig Field. Morgan. Offloads. Bailey. McFadden. Inside for the Vico. Good offload for Costin. Better one for Swan. What a try this would be. Lena Colo. There's nothing like snow business. Lena Colo gets across in the bottom corner. This season for the Canberra Raiders, averaging around the 23.5 mark. Charge down, Wolford. What about this? Swan has it. McClendon, the quickest man on the park. It's come from a charge down. It counts just the same.
And as for that Bronco sequence, this is their on-weekend, if you like. Having lost to Melbourne last week, now Prentice has strolled through. And inside the 20, not just inside the 20, bounces over. Here's Campbell. And straight through the tackle, Preston Campbell. There's no one at home. The little bloke has got those legs popping. He's got support in his Richardson. The Sharks have their first try of the night. It's become a little dour, this one. 41 metres gained in this set of 6 for Brisbane. And they're looking to run the ball on the last with Lockyer. Inside the 20. It comes up for Takiri. You won't stop him from there. Lottie Takiri.
Two big sets of forwards that like to try and gain control in the first 10 or 15 minutes.
Gower standing too wide. Got it away to Pulatua. Brushed straight past the tackle of Kamali. Kept going. Got it back on the inside for Relford. They've spread it from the tap and scored under the post. What a start for the Panthers. Pulatua angling outside him. Took the tackle. They go back to the right-hand side. Gower switched to Adamson. Just stormed his way across the line and scores perhaps the match winner for the Panthers. They would cement their place in the top 8 for the time being. Kamali through the line, looking for support. He ran straight past Jorgensen. He beat the tackle of Gower as well, underneath the posts. He's a sensation.
So one of the Bulldogs players in the background has been absolutely hammered in their last tackle. Now as Glenn Hughes hoists it nice and high. When he pressure, Bradley Clyde on the dogged here. And this could be a try.
The referee is going to rule it was not forward.
I reckon we'll go to the video referee here because that ball has hit his head. That's a try.
That's a try. It's a try of the year. Straight off his scone. Straight off his head it's come.
I've seen some Falcons, but this will be one of the best.
World's best. Play by Josh Stewart. This was Paul Stringer. Stringer getting it away, and Brandon Reeves was there. Goes back onto the left of the ground. Orford, inside ball. Menzies is going over for the corner. Menzies is in. Fitzgerald will play it on the halfway line. 5 tackles gone. And the kick off the boot of Hooper. Down for King to bring back. And he's out of the tackle of Colin Ward. There's danger coming here for St George. It is the Northern Eagles with support for Nigel Roy. Gives it to Orford. Orford, and he goes. He visits Rugby League's Garden of Eden.
After finally winning away from home, the Northerners feared they would lose the 2 points for having 14 men on the field at one brief stage, but instead they escaped with a fine, much to North Queensland's dismay, who weren't treated so favourably over a similar indiscretion back in late February against Parramatta, who avenged that loss in round 17. But there was no room for drama in St George Illawarra's round 18 eradication of Melbourne. In avenging their past 2 results against the Storm, they were simply too busy scoring for that to happen.
Barrett into some open space. It's the last tackle. Will he kick? Will he pass? Good quick hands. Nathan Blacklock. Well, at this stage, this is a cover. Brannigan for Barrett. They're queuing up on the outside of Barrett. Lee Murphy again. Good quick hands for Hookie. Hookie's big. Hookie's strong. Hookie plants it down. Brown. Barrett. Oh, beautiful ball from Hookie. Barrett will get a double this time. His second try. The wrap around and the flick ball from Hookie was a beauty. What a try. This will bring the crowds back.
Dykes, the first receiver. Madison on the run around. Good pass to Healy. In behind them, Graham. They must score. Got it away to Mellor, away to Eddinghausen. And the returning captain gets a 4-pointer. Got a good quick play the ball away. Stanley running to the line. Got it off to Preston Campbell. Nobody in front of him but the touch judge. He flipped it back on the inside. Picked up by the Sharks. It comes back to Sean Ryan. Nick Graham has it. He goes past one. Gave it back to Stanley, who picks up his second 4-pointer.
Burns is winding up. Haggerty goes himself. Shannon Haggerty has split them wide open. He goes for the corner. He's got the pace. He's got plenty of pace.
Both sides obviously think that the inside defence is very lazy. There's been a lot of balls turned back on the inside.
Burns straight through. He's got plenty of support. Burns gives it to Flannery's it, and Flannery goes over.
Walters and Walker, De Vere through the hands. This is Chris Walker. Oh, great try, Chris Walker. He stood them up and they fell for it. 22 points to 10. It's the Broncos in front. Runner, Peden. Peden will score the try. Billy Peden will run it around and put it down between the posts. Holbrook. Hodges calls for it, lets it bounce. Who wants it? The Knights pick it up. Abrahams for the line, and Abrahams is going to score a miracle try. A real mix-up.
I got the impression watching this game early on that we might have been in for a big afternoon for the Penrith side to score plenty of points. Here's Craig Field looking for the regather. He does that. A bat down. Carlaw gets it away. And Joel Kane. Kane's in. Oh, that is magical stuff. That's beautiful stuff. Craig Field. How was that?
Well, that is Craig Field.
Forget my previous question, by the way.
That is Junior's best.
You hadn't spoken about Penrith.
Yeah, the message was pretty simple from Roy Simmons, but it seems to have fallen on deaf ears. It was just to pick up
the phone
intensity.
again, Andrew, if you don't mind. It's on again. And Kevin McGuinness this time. Not held. Gets it back on the inside. Doyle gets it away for Field. He's over again. Craig Field is in. Nothing malicious about it. And then it comes away from Sattler for Rodwell. Rodwell for Hopkins. Hopkins now out for Elford. Elford steps off that right foot, does it well. Then Hicks goes back inside. Dances around on the 10-metre line. Looks around for support. Frank Pulatua. Frank gets it away for Hopkins. Hopkins away. Here's a try. Elford. Elford scores. And now Rodwell away for Cross. Cross on for Pulatua. Pulatua. He's over again. Tony Pulatua. He's over again. Try! Another try!
Well, I can't remember the last time I saw a game like this.
Now he's got one to put his team in front, right from the sideline, Chris Hicks.
I still think he'd want it closer to the sideline than next to the post.
21 out, 2 in from touch. It's coming around, he's going to get it! He's going to get it! He's got it!
In one of the most amazing matches of recent years, the Panthers rallied from 31-8 down to record a famous 1-point victory. In another stirring Western Sydney derby, Parramatta finished strongly against a luckless Canterbury unit, while Canberra became the last club to win away from home in season 2000. After the West Tigers had spoiled St George Illawarra's perfect record at Wynn Stadium back in round 6, the Dragons waited 3 months for revenge and got it in a fiery Friday night encounter at Campbelltown. 48 hours after New South Wales's record 56-16 massacre of Queensland in Origin Game 3.
Well, may you celebrate.
He realised how important it was for him to be leading as Wes Patton skips out of dummy half.
Hookie now, passing back for Wes. Wes Patton kicking from 40 metres out. Blacklock's on the chase. He may have been in front. It bounces up for Nathan. They may want to check this one with a video referee even. Yabba-da. Nathan Blacklock. If it's a green light, he's got 3 ties. It's a green light, all right, boys.
I mentioned the importance of Jason Taylor's kicking game. As I said, he does have the breeze behind him, but just not striking that one well enough and gives them great field position, Parramatta.
Marsh running, has the fullback to beat, doesn't have to beat the fullback. Andrew Ryan gets there. Irvine being allowed to run from acting half. Hindmarsh with a very good step. to Dimmick. The back rowers, they combine. They've got to go to that right-hand side and go there quickly. Pierce can't get rid of it. Now he does for Beachy. Halligan creeping infield. That pass okay for Rogers. Rogers has got great speed. One to beat. Rogers throws the dummy. He'll get there. That is super play by Matt Rogers. Hetherington will stand up and applaud because he did a great job to get across.
It's actually quite funny. Best is so tall and lanky, and Hetherington's short and stocky, but I tell you what, he got the job done, Hetherington. They move it wide, the Sharkies.
Mellor, they're stretching them everywhere now. Russell Richardson down the left flank, got away from two. He's got Silver to beat, pops it for Peachy. Peachy's going to get a double. Everything is Peachy at the moment. The Sharks in the second 40. What a comeback.
Melbourne are now under extreme pressure again. 6-0 the handling errors. They've all been made by Melbourne. Fittler has trampled over the top of them. He's over. Oh, Bradley, my boy. You just cannot fool around with Fittler.
Matt Singh getting involved in the middle of the ruck.
Sean Timmins would know something about that. Fittler turning it back across the ruck, and there's Lamb. Lamb through an opening, gets the ball away for Wing. Wing away for Cross, crosses in. Fletcher's pass for Wing, and Wing for Ruben, Ruben for Ricketson. They've got them on the bicycle, they're pedaling backwards. Minicello!
Has to take the tackle. Back to Daly. And Daly the grubber kick into the end goal. A wicked bounce off the uprights. What a try!
And on the second tail, the back where they just kicked the ball from.
You're right, Gary. Both those last two kicks have gone straight down the opposition's throat, more or less. What happened with the Newcastle Knights is they physically tire you out, mentally tire you out, and this is what happens.
John's dumbing. And it goes now to an unmarked Lenny Becker. That's a fantastic try by the Newcastle Knights.
Costa had his back turned there and got absolutely hammered.
McFadden. He's got a man unmarked on the far side, and Anthony Swan's going to get a double. He's certainly done plenty of the hard metres for the Raiders. The Macs have had a good one, and they might finish with a flourish. McLindon! Yes, there it is! That's the ball going well and truly now. Great individual skills from Mark McLindon and Canberra. Well, what are we going to see here? We're waiting for it. Here it is. Rolls it in.
He's played tip-it bowling.
While the Raiders may have skittled Newcastle in such impressive fashion, round 19 wasn't so striking for Brisbane and Penrith, who both struggled to overcome far less fancied opposition. One of the most absorbing aspects of season 2000 was Darryl Halligan's pursuit of rugby league's all-time point-scoring record. And on June the 17th at Stadium Australia, the Bulldog flanker finally surpassed Mick Cronin's mark of 1,971, albeit not directly through the talents of that radar-like right boot.
Back for Williamson. Mullins takes on that line, splits them wide open. Marlin's got around three, and the ball away was the pass forward. Mander will give this try. I think he really does.
Well, Williamson gets his second there.
Feeney. Price. Halligan. Oh, reached out. I think he's lost it. I thought he was short. If it is, that is the record if Halligan gets it on the far side. He will go past Mick Cronin, and he'll do it not with a conversion, not with a goal. He'll do it with a four-pointer. His foot's okay.
And he's short there. He's got the
short.
ball down, but watch the ball go forward.
Oh, so close. The video referee tonight, Mr. John Gosha. The record hinges on all this. I think Halligan will break Mick Cronin's record with a try. He has done exactly that. He's done it at long last. Halligan, the greatest point scorer all time in Premiership Rugby League. He lets out a scream. What an achievement by the Rock. And he's done it with a try. A four-pointer. Courtesy of the video referees. Smiling, and why not?
Quite nice to do it with a try. Everyone's been thinking I'll kick a goal, but reach out in the corner and dot it down was quite nice.
Well, mate, in days to come, you'll be proud of this moment. Go and mix with the boys, and better luck next week.
Yeah, no, thanks very much.
What a great moment it is for Daryl Halligan.
Plays it back for Bonetti now, and Bonetti finds Lamb. Lamb jinks, and then Fittler's over. Bonetti, Fittler's out there with the ball. Oh, beautiful ball to Phillips from Fittler.
Just having a rest at the moment as Prudis working around the edge of the ruck and does well to unload his pass. Did well to get it back to Brad Thorne. Thorne running, then back to Lockyer. Lockyer turns his pass away to Kevy Walters. The crowd favourite will score. Hancock. Out to Prudis. Then to Lottie Takiri. Like a hot potato. Takiri gets it back to Walker. Chris Walker will go in and score. It's a try-a-thon. Jones sees a break, tried to get through it, got a miracle pass away to Glenn Morrison. Oh, what a pass by Peter Jones. Prince through Kyle Warren. Pops it back to Prince. A little bit of open space for Scott Prince. He scored one try and he's got plenty of pace. Back on the inside to Paul Bowman. Bowman gets his pass back on the outside and they'll go in and score.
Hill. Again, his second line break of the game. Guy is very quick. He's got the support. He doesn't need the support. He stood up Mulhall and Guy goes 60 metres to score. Try number 2 for the Melbourne Storm. They may score yet. They go short side through Hill. Taken, skips out of one. Miles, now Rorty. Over the top, spectacular play. Danny Williams gets there. There's another member of this very solid bench for the Melbourne Storm. Kamali chipping for himself. Nobody in front of him. Kamali, great step. Look at the little man go. I think he's got the pace. If he puts the head down, Guy goes for 4. Guy gets the 4th try for himself. And the 10th try for Melbourne. But put it down to Brett Kamali.
5th tackle for the Sharks. The forwards have made their way down the ground already, waiting for the kick, but it's gone through their hands, and Peachy comes out the other side. Dykes is there now. Dykes kicks. He goes over to Rogers. Rogers will score. Well, that is just unbelievable stuff. Collingwood getting involved. They're in the centre of the ground on the 30-metre line, and Stanley tries to start something. He steps around them. Blacklock's got him. Got the pass back. Eddinghausen gets his 2nd try of the day, and now he becomes on his own the 2nd leading try scorer in front of Terry Lamb.
While the Sharks delighted in racking up 40 points against their neighbours, it was by no means the biggest blowout that weekend, as 3 other sides topped the half-century mark, including Newcastle, who avenged their first-round defeat to the Northern Eagles. But the Knights weren't so jovial 8 days later, when a couple of controversial video refereeing decisions that went against them proved critical in a magnificent duel with St George Illawarra.
More. That's the reason why. What a beautiful ball. Jason Hooper, he hops across the line, and that's his first touch of the afternoon. You're going to expect to play plenty of minutes because Craig Smith is still on the bench, or has he made his way back out there? He hasn't. Beautiful ball for Roberts. Roberts standing up McGurgle, and still going. Roberts reaches out. What an individual try by Roberts. Final tackle, the chase has to be good. Barrett running. Barrett splits him wide open. He's got men in support. He gives it. Oh, who's there? Who do you think? Blacklock's there. And he will celebrate. The cartwheels, the spins.
He'll play at about 22 out from the Warriors try line. Fittler inside to Luke Ricketson. Can he stand and offload? Yes. Nice quick hands from Fittler. Oh, Solomona out to Ryan Cross. He sets his sights on the line. That is a great piece of rugby league by the Sydney Roosters. 3 defenders required to drop him on his back. Fittler thought about kicking, wants to run instead. A huge gap opened up for him. He's away, Brad Fittler. He's got Cross on the inside. A clever kick over the top. Cross is coming for him. He's got it. That's a miracle rugby league try. Juggles it in his left hand on the tip of his fingers. And that is a wonderful try. Great vision by Brad Fittler. Thought about the kick. A gap the size of the Sydney heads opened up, and the rest you saw for yourselves. Let's look at the replay of that.
Ettinghausen. It's okay. The kick has been fielded by Richardson. It's a repeat of last Sunday. They can't bomb this one. They're over to score. Healy it is that has scored. Now Brett Kamali, then Scott Hill, now Matt Rua. And Rua will play. No, he doesn't. He gets rid of the ball. Hill gets it away. Kamali's in possession. He fires the ball out. And Newell gets it away from Awala. It's a try for Melbourne. Just to finish what I was going to say, just to balance that equation, Campbell, you might recall, back an Indian goal early in the game. Thought he got the benefit of a bad touch judge call. Now, Brad Watts, speed to burn. 30-metre line. Peachy to beat. Beats him easily. Watts is going to score. Watts puts it over. Melbourne back in front.
Walker is a dummy half. That's Shane Walker. Lockyer under a bit of pressure. De Vere stepping. De Vere through. Support on the inside in Lockyer. They won't put a hand on him. Great work, the Brisbane Broncos. De Vere onto Lockyer. Keep working to the right. Over the top it goes. Sailor. Up to the 40. Goes Wendell. Kicking ahead. The chase is on. Coming across, it's Murphy, who will get there first. Sailor keeps it on the toe. Wendell has got a hat-trick. What a try, Wendell Sailor.
Full back turned second rower back in 95. Carter making a lot of ground from dummy half. Carter back on the inside. Matthew Rodwell. He bags one, now he bags two. McFadden, McClendon. They can go 90 metres to score. The Canberra Raiders, they might do exactly that. This is now McClendon in full flight. Elford won't get him. McClendon will do exactly that. He goes 90 metres.
I can remember when I went down to Canberra in 92, David Ferner was just starting off. He was playing Union. He came across to league, I think, as a fullback, then progressed into the forwards and had an absolutely wonderful career.
I always thought, Ferner always said you were one of his father figures, Blake.
I don't know about that. We used to play a bit of golf together.
Great competitor. Gower, loose ball for Williamson, chases through, but it's Woods with it. Straight through he goes. Back on the inside. This is Elford. What a try this would be. Elford skips out of a couple. He's got Hicks. Hicks joins the line, and Chris Hicks gets across in the bottom right-hand corner.
That's a Volvo.
But just as Canberra leapt back into their bad old ways with another loss on the road, so too did Parramatta, who surrendered a handy lead against the West Tigers for the second time this season. After ending their 4-match losing streak, Wayne Pearce's men picked up the semi-final sense once more and gained another valuable scalp in round 22 by edging out Cronulla in one of the season's most exciting matches.
The goalpost is going to score. The Sharks head back right before half-time. 11 metres out from the Sharks line. 16 points to 10 in favour of the visitors. There's a loose pass. It comes up okay, though, for Michael Gillette. Here's Matt Sears. He's got loads of pace. O'Donnell to Terry Hill. The home side have struck back at Leichhardt Oval. That's tackle number 5. They're just short of the halfway line as they now spread it wide. Craig Field, little kick over the top. He was taken out after that kick too. Ran into a big shoulder.
No, you didn't hold your mark. You bumped him. You bumped him.
Has only missed the one shot tonight. He steadies himself. The hopes of 12,000 West Tigers fans on his shoulders here at Leichhardt. He struck it beautifully. Flags in the air. The Tigers in front, 24 to 22.
29th minute about to go. Thorne went through Mark Geyer. Got a ball away. Kevin Welders is on his way. Kevin Welders is there. Prudis again. Lockyer hits them up the middle. Turns the pass on the inside. He won't drop this one. He won't drop this one.
Now 35 out from their own line. Very even opening to this game. Almost 9 minutes gone. No score. Murphy away to Lee Hookie. Vainicolo is going to round him up. Pushed away from Vainicolo. Got away from Daly and one under. Got it back to Wayne Moss Robertson. Out of nothing, the Dragons have the first try. Vainicolo plays it back to Tongue. DeVico takes another turn to cart it forward. Gets the ball away as well. Great work from the front rower. Tongue off the right foot, off the left, has support. Croker, he grabs for him in a race, one-on-one, and will get there! Jason Croker! Slow play the ball. The runners appeal for a penalty, and after awarding so many against the Dragons, I think Stephen Clark would be loath on that occasion to blow the whistle. Daly got it back to Morgan. He flipped it out the back. It came to Daly, who was perched on his backside. Nagas holds it in one hand, puts the pedal down now, got it back to Payton. He links up with Ruben Wiki. What a try! And the Raiders, what a comeback! One more.
Go near this ball.
Barrett, and pass. The pressure, got it off to Roberts. He'll dive under the post to open up that gap again for the Dragons.
Passing from Andrew Johns onto the chest of Mark Hughes, and then, oh, miraculous stuff, they're over! They're in to score! Andrew Johns, Mark Hughes, Lenny Beckett, what a combination! Running it at the big front rower, Logan, and trying to get between him and Hegarty as Gidley sweeps it back. Parsons is there. He's really come ready to play Matt Parsons tonight. Gidley, cross it goes. Matthew Johns, long ball, finding its mark. Hughes, Beckett puts on the pace. He gets away from Minicello. Oh, coming from nowhere, Craig Wing. The ball goes back to the middle. It's dived on, and Billy Peden has put it down.
And they come here tonight and produce this sort of effort. Very disappointing for them.
Oh, look at Andrew Johns, ladies and gentlemen. Then it is Hooker Badiris who picks up the 4 points. But Andrew Johns, one of the greatest players of all time. Ryan Cross on the broad of his back, and then Gidley with that little kick, looking for McDougall. McDougall's got it. They're going to do it. Gidley puts it under the uprights. That is absolutely beautiful.
Straight from the top, Andrew. 3 tries in first grade. Is that a first?
Yeah, it is a first. I think it's the first time in my whole football career, so pretty happy. I was looking forward to it, don't worry. When we were down there, I was trying to get the full.
With his individual haul of 22 points, Andrew Johns not only tore the Roosters apart, but exceeded the total figure produced in a drab Auckland Parramatta affair. Elsewhere in round 22, Melbourne held off the Cowboys' late surge, while the Northern Eagles outplayed Canterbury. But the Bulldogs' biggest loss came soon after, through the passing of club patriarch Peter Moore. By an incredible coincidence, the two clubs coached by his sons-in-law came face to face just a few days later on an emotional and historic afternoon.
Record for most consecutive successful kicks. That's 30. Kenny cracked the 2,000 mark. Kenny, what? Halligan brings up 2,000 premiership points. Fantastic effort. Williams plays it quickly. Kamali chips for himself. There's a bit of space here. Oh, great stuff. Greg Kamali, go all the way because you deserve it. Can he get there? He can't. The Dyer will.
I'd be a little bit worried if I was in the middle of the ruck, if I was the coach of the Melbourne Storm. They're making easy yardage right up the middle again.
Reardon, the fullback to beat. Reardon crashes over. They strike back straight away and straight through the middle of the ruck.
Struggling to get free of the tackle of Luke O'Donnell, but the referee Sean Hampstead ruling that it was he who was milking the penalty. But now the break made by Peter Jones. Jones away to Bowman. Bowman streaking away. McGuinness comes at him, dives at him. Bowman has got to the line. Kyle Warren 10 short of halfway. Just over 10 minutes remaining. Peter Jones. Jones gets into a gap, gets to Sears, gets the pass back inside to Jeremy Schloss. Schloss, that's the strider, and Jeremy Schloss goes in to score.
They're enthusiastic, they've got plenty of skill, but they're just not finishing it off. It's surprising how many penalties and drop balls there's been this game, and largely by the Dragons.
Woods gives it off to Chris Hicks on the outside of Roberts. He came to Blacklock, put the Blacklock step on Blacklock himself, and will score under the post. They have busted this scoreline wide open. He's up about 10 metres himself. Drew Waits, a dummy half. Rodwell gives it off to Welford, straight through a gap. Only the fullback to boot. Comes to Roberts, runs around him, finds the line, plants it down. The Panthers on target for their biggest win of the season. Here goes Girdler. They won't pick him up. Brown won't get to him, and Ryan Girdler, a momentous occasion, joins Greg Alexander as the all-time leading point scorer for the Penrith Panthers.
Couple of tackles left now. Orford to the line on the inside. Asimus, it went backwards though. It's play on is the call. Goddard, Orford, back for Reeves. He goes forward now. Somebody has to. Goddard slips a great ball for Butner. Andrew King, good try, the Northern Eagles. Stringer over the top, Cunningham down below. Prittis. Ah, Luke Prittis. Good fend by Prittis. Now he goes for the corner. Crash tackle, gets there.
Totally overpowered by the Newcastle 6 last weekend, so we'll be looking for bigger games from them, undoubtedly. A high ball, and Minicello's got it, and he scored! Minicello! Oh, that is an acrobatic act! Minicello on the high-flying trapeze! There he is, just outside the 20 in from touch, western side. And they go to the short side. McFadden and McClendon combined. They go back to the open side. And Mullins is up the middle. He's destined to score. He's over. It is bon voyage for Brett Mullins in the best possible way. They back to Wolford. Now for Daly. Daly. Then, oh, here's Mullins again. Oh, Mullins! What a day! What a day! Mullins again! Big day for him, but he's really been overshadowed by Croker. And then Furner. Furner for Mullins. Mullins! He's in again! Scored 2, made 1. What more can you do?
You know, I was just glad that the supporters turned up today. It was a terrible day. It was raining. And they all just stayed around for us to do a lap. And, you know, the supporters of rugby league, you know, have just been great for my career. You know, they've always supported me, and I'd just like to say thank you.
While Laurie Daly enjoyed his official farewell to Bruce Stadium, it was a much different kind of departure for Andrew Ettinghausen, who played what turned out to be his last game in a 10-point defeat of Auckland. Round 23's other match was dripping in controversy as Parramatta denied a luckless Newcastle 22-18. And while the 6-week suspension of Jason Smith over a high shot on Adam McDougall could have been a fatal wound to the Eels campaign, they responded by producing their sharpest display of the season to date.
Give it to McFadden, back on the inside to the Vico. They've turned it over and they look to be a good chance to score. Nathan Hindmarsh pushed away from one, got it to David Violecki. McClendon chasing him, he might have the speed to pick him up. No, he won't! The Raiders on the turnover. What a counter-attack from the blue and golds, and Violecki puts it down between the posts. Penner, away to Dimmick. Cut-out ball for Hodgson. Stepped inside McClendon into a huge hole. Had Lyon outside him. Took it beautifully in the left hand. Oh, this is an exhibition from the Eels. The Raiders, of course, were always a chance to host a final down there if they finish in the top 4. Well, now they're getting cut to ribbons. Here's Lyon back on the inside for Dennis Moran, who has only just come back onto the field. He'll find the try line as well. They've turned the clock back to the early 80s. Kearns coming through at the same time as Matt Rua. 5th tackle, Kamali. They'll run the ball. Mule, good quick hands. Marcus by too strong. The step off the right boot was a beauty.
They were absolutely appalling. I tell you what, they've turned it round today.
25 to go. Here comes Marcus looking for 4. What a kick from Marcus by. Who said he couldn't kick? Watts, Brad Watts. What about that, Brad Watts? What a try by Melbourne.
Nice story about this young man in the press today. Dean Witters playing for nothing at the moment, which is quite rare. And what about the gap that opened up for Solomona? Solomona, the big man, linking up, giving it to Matt Singh. Matt Singh giving it to everything.
I thought the Panthers have lacked hitting back to the right-hand side. They've been more successful coming left all afternoon, but the transfer to the right on a couple of occasions through that set of 6 may have guaranteed them 4.
Great offload from Fletcher. And now in support, it's Lamb. Lamb firing one over the top to Singh. Back on the inside, Hegarty. Hegarty to Singh. He was being held on to, but now they keep it alive. And Wing, yes! Brilliant stuff by the Roosters. The completion rate has been very good for the Bulldogs throughout the year, but they have struggled to score tries. Great field for Hopewate. Again, Hopewate, so hard to pull down. He's got out of two. Passes now. McGuinness, they won't stop him. The second try for the Tigers. Crowd thought that was a second tackle. Hughes. Oh, great offload from Talau. Craig Polamalu. Getting a little bit of support now, the Bulldogs. El Masri for Leicester.
Someone's got to straighten up their attack. A lot of sideways running.
Tell you what, Gavin Lester in the tackle, offload. He's just been sensational, hasn't he, the last few times?
Britt, things are looking dangerous now for the Tigers. Sherwin through the short ball. The cut out for Talau. Talau gets there in the corner.
Prittis, Walters, dummied inside. Lockyer is through. Lockyer has opened them up. Here's De Vere, and away they go for a try. 5 tackles, 3 metres from the line. Murphy away for Barrett. Barrett chased by Webke. Then the jump is on out wide, and what a magnificent take by Wendell. Now, he starts his run down the park. What's the betting? 2's on Sailor. They're after him, but they're not making any impression. And Wendell Sailor, after a magnificent catch, has gone 90 metres down the ground to score.
Well, let's get in early, eh?
Halfway line. Last play before the break. Gidley. Cuts out McDougall. Goes to Tahu. A kick, a chase, a regather. There's try number 2. What a try! What a try! What a game!
Thanks largely to that wonderful Tahu try, Newcastle managed to keep the Sharks at bay and stay on course for a top 4 finish. While at the other end of the table, Auckland handed the wooden spoon to North Queensland. After that embarrassing excursion, the Cowboys offered more sterner resistance in their next outing. But inevitably, the sheer class of Brad Fittler's Sydney side spoke loudest.
He got the pass away. Here's a chance for them. It's Prince, he'll score. Scott Prince will get there for the North Queensland Cowboys. He races 10 metres, tackled on the Cowboys 20. I agree with you, they are looking tired, North Queensland, after a big effort. Here's Fittler, they won't stop him. Too big, too strong, too much pace. And Brad Fittler comes up with a badly needed 4-pointer.
Drew to McNamara. Puts it out the back to Girdler. Stepped off the left foot. Got it away to Carter. He has an age of players outside him. Here's Gower stepping back inside them. Drew from dummy half. Looking. Gave it off to Gower. He wants a hat-trick. He will get a hat-trick. In the role of the 5'8" at the moment. Here's Rodwell. Off to Gower. He will get number 4. A short ball off the hip. He's found the line again. 4 tries for Craig Gower.
Steve Roach has been on about it all day, about when the Tigers play a negative set of 6, it's just not helping them. That was so positive, that set, and gee, they look dangerous. Unlucky towards the end there. I thought Michael Gillette might have been able to get it to Darren Centre just a little bit earlier as Tahu comes down the right-hand side.
Marta Tahu got away from the tackle. McGuinness meshed him. He's quick, sees he's trying hard. To Marta Tahu. He picks up another double. He's a try-scoring freak. Mark Hughes, great ball from Mark Hughes. What a money ball it was for Lenny Biggett, and Lenny Biggett, he cashes in on the money ball. Chiriako Mesha, back it goes, Craig Field, chipping for himself. Who's coming through? They've got it again. Oh, Galea showed it, puts the ears back. Matt says, what a man to have on your outside. 2 tries in 3 minutes.
Darren Brett manages to just hold on. Now it's Brown, dummying. Brown drops it on the left foot, picked up by Barrett. What a try! Oh, great skills. The kick from Brown, the pickup was immaculate by Trent Barrett. Maybe his teammate Trent Barrett might be able to force his way into an Australian team. And here's Barrett now, inside. Brown, has he got the pace to go all the way? The cover coming across. Brown dumming, wide they go. And over there he picks up Jason Hooper. Hooper for the corner. He scores the first try of the second half. To the short side. And now Hawkey puts a foot on the gas. He's got Almaz with a beat. Turns it back on the inside. Little Wesley Patton. And Patton's going to run away and score another 4-pointer for the Dragons. What a way to finish.
Here he is. Incredible career. 18 years of it, in fact. Andrew on the left. Mitch Healy, the second most capped first grader behind Andrew, walking out through a guard of honour of the local junior rugby league players. This day is only going to get better and better. Best trying to run round them. Oh, he's very fast. He's away down the road of the game. In and out, and he goes all the way. Colin Best. Another long run from Matt Rogers. Rogers is away. Rogers is over. Rogers is there. A better chance might not come for the Sharks. Healy. Healy! Healy! It's Healy! Has scored!
However, delight soon turned to despair for Mitch Healy when he copped a season-ending suspension for an elbow on Brett Hodgson that left the Parramatta fullback with a broken jaw. The biggest upset of round 25 came when Canberra collected 2 points from Melbourne's Olympic Park, while the Broncos finished all over Auckland after trailing early. And with the minor premiership safely tucked away, Brisbane found themselves under siege in their last home and away gig against a Sydney side that was up to the task of securing second spot.
One of the Broncos fell over, he's in to score. Ricketson's pass, a shocker, taken beautifully by Ladd, who goes to the air, and up they go, and it's a try. Ryan Cross.
McFadden getting through a lot of work as hooker. Back it goes for Brett Finch. The teenager splits them wide open. Appo got him by a bootstrap. Was he tackled? Daly will get there. Daly gets a try in his final game in the regular season. Here's Finch. Laurie Daly back on the inside for Furner. Furner scoops out of one. The big back rower into the clear. Great pace by Furner. He's got Finch with him. Can't get Finch the ball. Kelly's got it. Kelly to Kelly. The Kelly gang. They strike at Dairy Farmers.
Just one out stuff at the moment. The Knights maybe looking to settle it down, and now it opens up for them. 2 on 1. Beaton gave it to Gidley. Gidley will run away and score a try for the Newcastle Knights. Shields. Rauhahi. Wide ball. 3 on 1. Grief gave it across to Mark Hughes. And Hughes scores what will probably be the winning try here. Plenty of Storm players out to the right, and that's where they go. And now quick hands needed. Over to Moole. Moole for the corner. Did he get it down? Kamali. Inside pass. Bowden. Bowden still going. Russell Bowden. Foot on the gas. The big man for the corner. Bowden got a try.
Rogers, he won't be quite as adventurous this time. Coming down on the actual goal line. Yes, Gus? Now, Girdler, down the left side of the ground. Away from 2. Carter's with him. Beckett's coming on the scene. They've got to get there. Beckett's going. Carter's there. Carter's going there. Carter is under the bar. Through the hands, maybe. Ferris it is. Gives it on for Dykes. Dykes tries to get in behind them. Dykes goes for the corner. Uses Howland. And Howland gets it away. The Sharks still attacking. Richardson. Richardson comes around behind Beattie. Graham gets it away. Now it's back to Ferris. Ferris goes inside the 10. Gets it away. Intercepted by Robbie Beckett. Beckett goes down to Peachy. Gets away from Peachy. Oh, look at this. It's Robbie Beckett. Daylight second. Richardson third. Beckett. Beckett will score. Try number 2. What about this for a game of football?
It finished up an impressive 44 points to 6, and the Panthers were primed for their first final series in the unified competition since their premiership success of 1991. Elsewhere, the disappointing campaigns of St George Illawarra and the Northern Eagles ended on notes that were all too familiar in 2000, and they found themselves well short of a tightly packed top 8 that saw just 3 wins separate second-place Sydney from the cut-off point occupied by the Sharks, who swapped positions with Brisbane on their 1999 placings. Consolation for the Dragons came through the wonderful feat of winger Nathan Blacklock, who became the first man since the legendary Ken Irvine to top the try scorers list 2 years running, while the West Tigers were proud of Joel Kane's status as the season's leading point scorer. So in the first week of August, the smoke-free final series warmed up